Assalamu alaikum. It's your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Back from Chicago. Was had a great time at our National Saviors Day event. We have one once a year, every year. And your brother just had a good time, man. Being out there in Chicago, being able to hear from our dear beloved, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Salute to you, dear sister. All praise due to Allah. Had a fantastic time out there in Savior's Day and was able to hear from our dear beloved, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And please excuse my voice, family. Your brother just been going hard, so I sound a little hoarse right now. But I just been having a good time, man. I've been having a good time, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan definitely exposed the Talmudic Zionist Jews, and they have launched a attack on the minister in their newspapers. And if you all can remember, your brother did a video about the Hasbara Project, the pro-Israeli propaganda that they used to explain their talking points on why people should support Israel. Well, the honorable have not only gave us a, but he continued to expose the Talmudic Zionist Jew, especially if you consider yourself a black Christian. Peace, dear beloved, bro Chevelle X. Yes, sir. He has definitely gave us more than one reason why we should continue to put pressure on the synagogue of Satan. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is exposed once again before the world about the Zionist Jew, the Jew who reads, studies, and practices the Babylonian Talmud. We should continue to expose them. So if you consider yourself a Christian, okay, if you consider yourself a Christian, then why do you allow them in your churches? But you are afraid to walk with the Jesus of the generation. In 2019, you all are afraid to invite the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to your church to speak, to your HBCU, to your college, to speak because of Jewish pressure. But the same people who are putting pressure on you to not let the ministers speak at your church are the same people who do not respect Jesus or his mother. According to the Babylonian Talmud, they believe that Jesus's mother, Mary, was a prostitute. And she slept with many men, and Joseph being one of them. They believe that Jesus was a magician. They believe that Jesus, not only was he a traitor according to them, but he is in hell boiling eternally in a pot of excrement. And if you don't know what excrement means, that means doo-doo. So these people who call themselves Jews and are not said that your Jesus is eternally boiling in a pot of excrement in hell. But many of you are upset with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan loves Jesus. He honors Jesus. In fact, he is Jesus that the Bible was talking about. He is the Jesus that is referred to in the Bible who spoke to the multitude. In fact, the man 2,000 years ago only spoke to a crowd that was no larger than 35 people. Minister Farrakhan is the only man to call for 1 million men and 2 million show up on a Monday, where many black leaders criticized the minister and said that that would never happen, that no black man would come out on a Monday. They just gonna pick up and leave the jobs and miss work to be here on a Monday. And then when many of them saw the multitudes that were outside waiting to hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speak, many of them rushed to the rostrum to speak. And as they were giving their speeches, many people in the crowd was chanting, Louis Farrakhan, we want Louis Farrakhan. In 1995, they couldn't wait to hear from the Jesus himself speak to the multitudes. This is the man who have been evil spoken of, but he has looked past the faults of many people. As many people, black men and women, have come out and condemned, denounced, rejected the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he has never returned a cursing with a cursing. He has always returned a cursing with a blessing. And he is just a wonderful example of what a human being should strive to be like. You know, and your brother would also like to touch on the Gucci controversy. We got brothers. Peace, brother Damian Ramirez. How you doing, dear brother? We'll also like to touch on the Gucci controversy with our brothers, Floyd Mayweather. I'm doing fine, dear beloved man. Just had a wonderful weekend, brother, and we got a lot in store. We going hard in the paint all 2019. We putting the pressure on the enemy, and we ain't letting up. We gonna keep our foot on the enemy's neck. But yeah, too many times where you have black people who suffered many injustices in the hills and wilderness of North America that can be traced back all the way to the transatlantic slave trade. Millions of our people died just going through the Middle Passage in the transatlantic slave trade. Thrown off of ships. Many of them died on the way to the ships, died on the shores of Africa before they even got a chance to get on a ship. Many died as soon as they touched down and landed off the ship. Beaten, raped, hung, lynched, castrated, burned alive, suffocated, mutilated by this enemy during those wicked times. This enemy was so wicked that he wouldn't allow us to even read and write. He stripped us of everything except for the language. And eventually we forgot the language as the generations went on. We forgot our original language. We forgot our names. We forgot our religion. We forgot our culture. We forgot our God. We forgot that we were Muslims, ones who submit to the will of God. In fact, the enemy separated the Muslim captives from the ones who were Christians, because the Muslim slave was the most rebellious because he believed in to bow down to no one but Allah. So they always separated the Muslim slave from the rest of the slaves and killed him. So he didn't incite uh uh he didn't incite the revolutionary spirit in the other slaves, because it's something about Islam that brings out the military capacity in a Muslim. Okay, and this is what Islam does. So the enemy saw that. And the wickedly wise know why, because they study the Holy Quran in secret. These men are a part of an imperium called the Shriners. Okay, these are the Muslim sons, those who practice Islam in secret. Such people, notable people, were J. Edgar Hoover, John Wayne, and many other presidents, that were a part of this secret order, who knew the history, or who knows the history of Islam. Thomas Jefferson had his own Quran. Okay? But our people have suffered 300 plus years of chattel slavery and 100 plus years of systematic slavery. Then we have brothers like Floyd Money Mayweather, who have almost billions of dollars, has hundreds of millions of dollars, can say, F the protesters, forget the protesters, and I'm still going to support Gucci anyway. Well, what about brothers and sisters through slavery, through the civil rights movement, who paved the way for you just to wear Gucci? Once upon a time, we were lynched just for winking at a white woman. We were lynched just for sleeping or whistling at a white woman, like our dear brother Emmett Till. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that integration is a trick. We did better off when we were segregated. We did better off even when we were in slavery. The marriages, we had many black marriages. If the slave master didn't separate us, we didn't have beefs with one another. We didn't have gangs killing one another. All this stuff was foreign to us. But once we become integrated with the enemy, after they didn't destroy Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the other 60 black communities that we once had. See, when they destroyed all of our black communities in Rosewood, all over a lie because a white woman said a black man raped her. See, you have many people who paved the way for people like a Floyd Money Mayweather, for a brother to come out and say that he's not going to stand with those who's willing to protest Gucci for disrespecting black culture and consider it hypocrisy. But let me tell you what's hypocritical. Because here you are, brother, who've made hundreds of millions of dollars. But who were some of your main supporters throughout your whole boxing career? Black people. The same people that you refuse to stand by in protest because we feel Gucci disrespected the culture. We feel Gucci disrespected us as a people. The same people that supported you, you turning your back on us. And there's many times, where people were saying, brother couldn't box. He was gonna lose to Manny Pacquiao. I was a brother was in my brother's corner, defending of Floyd Money Mayweather. But here he is spitting in our faces. That's a spit in the face. To do what you did, to go and cash out with some people who's putting on blackface. Even our sister Beyonce, she's wrong for wearing the blackface shirt. I'm just gonna say it. That's a slap in the face as well. But let me read some of these comments. Brother Savior Righteous, assalamu alaikum, brother. Thanks for tapping in. He said, crazy what we've been through, beloved. All praise is due to Allah for your service to our beloved, to our people, beloved. Yes, sir. Brother Damian Ramirez said, you a sellout, Floyd Mayweather. I used to love the brother. The reason why he's so rich is because we supported him over 4 years. Yes, sir. Absolutely, brother. But he's become like the enemy himself. With the same mentality, he has the white man's mind. And that's the mind that we are trying to kill. Okay? That's the mind that we as a people have to do away with. See, it isn't necessarily their skin color, but it is the mindset that we have to get rid of. Walaikum salam, brother Danubian. And walaikum salam, brother Taurus. Brother Savior Righteous said Mayweather is going to have some tough time sleeping after our family stands together against his ignorance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, we have to give everybody hell. No matter what their skin color is, if they're going to side with wrong. We have to be on the right side of history. Too many of us have supported this man with our money. He wouldn't be the pay-per-view king if it wasn't for black people. It wasn't for black dollars buying pay-per-view. Buying the money team gear. You know what I'm saying? Supporting TMT. And brother also mentioned Steve Harvey. Yes, sir. And this has been a brother who have been embraced by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who loves the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but he also have made some questionable statements in the past that he's even come out and tried to clear up after he made the statements about the minister. Some of us did not forget that he made some questionable statements about the minister. But from there, from when he made those statements about the minister, kind of let you know that the direction the brother was going in. See, for someone to sit up in front of national television and try to convince the sister, Monique, to not stand on principle and to say, look, you basically got to sell out. You got to be a coon to not really, to be successful in this game. He said that this is not a black man's game, not a white man's game. He said, this is a money game. But many of you, like myself, know that this money isn't backed by gold and silver, so it really doesn't have any value. Okay, you can buy you a few material things with this money, But one thing that we have to understand is, family, is that money is a tool. It's a means to an end to get you certain things in this world's life. But is it enough to lose your respect over? Is it enough to lose your integrity? Is it enough to not stand on principles? Okay, I believe Sister Monique is standing on a righteous principle. Some people say, yeah, it's a rich person's problem, which is understandable. Which is definitely understandable. But when will we support our own? When will we support our own? When we support NFA Studios and others like it, to where we don't have to necessarily deal with Netflix. We don't necessarily have to deal with YouTube. We just use these as platforms just to launch black businesses, black industries, black media. Brother Steve Harvey was wrong. He's more concerned about his family instead of black people as a whole. So let me read some of these comments, family. Brother Danubian stated, I think Negroes with his mentality are a waste. He said, there's no way I could have his money and not be building a damn thing for us. Exactly, family. And that's the problem. That it's too many people that has made it out of the community, black people who have made it out of the community that we made rich, who don't give back in no way. These people don't build schools. These people don't build hospitals, don't build homeless shelters, don't build 12-step programs and rehabs, because many of our brothers and sisters are suffering from drug addictions, alcohol addictions, mental problems. You know, young people homeless, living on the streets, young people standing in front of grocery stores, liquor stores, gas stations, begging for change. You know what I'm saying? These brothers and sisters are not building businesses and hiring our own brothers and sisters, and not opening up industries, hiring our own people so we can get out of the condition that we in. Therefore, it leads us to ask the question, well, why are we giving you millions and millions of dollars just to enrich yourself when you are not doing anything for your community? Just as I heard Yuckmouth said in the live video, you know, I mean, if you got hundreds of $1 million, then a turkey drive and a toy giveaway really ain't nothing. People don't need turkeys and toys. Man, we need freedom, justice, and equality. We need food, clothing, and shelter. We need schools for our youth. We need libraries to teach our youth about their own history. There are many things that we need inside of our community, so we have to put pressure on you all and ask you all, what are you afraid of? You know, because if you are afraid of being blacklisted in white society, in the media, wherever your industry is, you should also be afraid of being blacklisted in the black community, because what many of them are doing is very treasonous. No one man can rise above the condition of his or her people. And it's our fault for allowing it to happen. See, we shouldn't let Arabs, Orientals, white people, we shouldn't let anybody in our community who will not contribute to the community. Period. I don't care what they look like. They shouldn't be allowed to come in our community and open up shop if they are not contributing to the development and empowerment of our community. Brother Spanky said, I'm never surprised by any entertainer. These people been showing who they are. Some just choose to ignore it. Yes, sir. Corey the Black Vegan stated, We live in a time where people are being forced to take sides. That means that they are being exposed for who they are. And according to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that we are living in a time of a 100% dissatisfaction. So many people in this society are dissatisfied with this world and what it has to offer. Many people are dissatisfied. And we are seeing this. And many people are being exposed in good ways and some not so good. But we are living in the age that is going back in the time. We're going back to a golden age. We're going into an age of enlightenment. So whether people like it or not, they can't stop it. People are beginning to wake up, and especially that the message is constantly being shared by members of the Nation of Islam and others who are not in the nation but who are woke, who are really conscious, and who is spreading the message. Because you can kill the messenger, but you can't kill the message. See? Let me read some more of these comments. Brother said, I just left Brother Maurice Muhammad chat. He's talking about Sister Monique too. Praise be to Allah. There's a generation of people like Steve Harvey. Yes, sir, it is, dear brother. You know, and these people should be the example for us, not to be. See, he's showing us what we shouldn't be like when we get a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? We don't bow down to the powers that be. Just because he can cut us off and we won't be able to have a show on live television. See, when you can make somebody else a master over you, you make them a god over you. See, and that's what the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is teaching us, to separate from the enemy and do for self. We have to separate him from him mentally. We have to separate from him financially. You know, we have to really become businessmen. We have to become independent. We have to be entrepreneurs. We have to be brave enough and courageous enough to be creative and innovative into starting our own industries and businesses and brands. And we have to quit being a consumer nation, meaning that we have to stop being consumers of other nations and their products, and we have to become producers and be able to sell other nations' products and goods and services. Because what we do is we take our God-given natural gifts and abilities and we sell them. See, this is where the sellout stuff come in. We sell our natural God-given gifts, talents, and abilities to people who don't even appreciate us. We sell them our ideas and we make them billionaires and trillionaires. What God gave to us naturally, he put inside of you and I. And we sell it for a small, measly price. See, this is where the sellout nature come in at. But imagine if we took this same God-given talents, abilities, ideas that we have. Why do we have this? Because all this melanin that we got is popping. That's shooting straight from our pineal gland. Coming from that dark matter, oozing through our veins, oozing through the pores of our hairs like light. All this melanin popping, all this swagger we got. Imagine if we took it and we made it fashionable. We branded the God-given abilities that we have and shared it with one another and marketed it. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowing nobody to come into our community and capitalize what Allah blessed us with. See, first the enemy took the land that was from under our feet. And now he's selling us back the land and making a profit off of it. Now he is taking our God-given abilities and talents and selling it back to us. But he don't never take the good that's within us and sell us the positivity. He gives us the worst part of ourselves. Trap music and all the stuff, killing ourselves. See? When we are taught in the Nation of Islam to settle on the best part of your brother and your sister. See? And our brother Steve and our brother Floyd, you know, they have some good within them and they have done some good. You know, but we have to quit playing even with our own brothers and sisters, and we have to check them. You know, we don't give a damn about your money. We can't be bought. We cannot be bought. We don't give a damn about your money. Matter of fact, we made you who you are. So if you're not going to represent us the way that it should be done, then you will be exiled from the black community. We are coming to those times. Let me read some more of these comments. Savior Righteous, the best thing money can buy us is land. All of us should be saving for a piece of fertile land, family. Yes, sir. That's why we lack it. Because we don't have land, you know, and that's where the real power is. Because when we have the land, we have territory, you know. Can nobody just come in, set up shop? Can nobody monopolize on what we have? We can grow our own food naturally and organic and render our services and produces to the rest of the world. And we can live abundantly because we are living off Allah's gift that's coming straight from the earth. Brother Damian Ramirez said, Harvey said Chump is a good man. Yeah, I mean, you know, the brother has his opinions, you know. And you know, in this state, he's in love with his master. Brother Danubian stated, I hate how dumb Negroes flash their money around like idiots. You're still a nigga to the oppressor. You don't see Caucasoids flashing and bragging. Yes, sir. Bill Gates has billions of dollars. But you never see that man in the video with stacks of money laying all on the floor and him laying in the middle of it. You know, buying jewelry, buying this and that. Man, this man is spending all these hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars and won't put nothing in his community. LeBron James, even LeBron, put a school in his community. Me, I never, pardon me, family. I never was a huge fan of LeBron James as far as on the basketball court, although he is a great player. But I've always been a bigger fan of his personality, his activism, his love that he has for his people in the community. I've always been a bigger fan of the man personally than I have been of his sports career. I mean, he's a very phenomenal player. There's no player like LeBron James, but I'm more of a fan of who he is as a person. I really love that brother, especially what he did for black youth in Ohio. And we need more people. I mean, I grew up a Lakers fan, a Kobe Bryant fan, but Kobe Bryant has never been a figure in the black community like a LeBron James. He's nowhere equal to a LeBron James. You know what I mean? LeBron James, that brother has a special heart. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people on his level that has the heart that the man was blessed with by Almighty God Allah. Brother Damian Ramirez stated, man, I really wish I could work with or for my people. I'm tired of working hard for the white man and not get appreciated or looked over. Dear beloved brother Damian Ramirez, if you have, I always ask brothers and sisters this, in the nation and outside the nation, is there anything that you want to do besides work a job? Because nowadays, dear brother, you can make money doing anything. You can make money doing anything. You don't necessarily have to work for somebody, but you can always start off small. You can use your job, your current job, as a platform to launch whatever it is that you want to do, whatever ideas that you have. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, we have to have the courage and the bravery to want to step out and do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You have to create some type of goals that you want to do, a business plan, write your ideas down on paper on whatever that you want to do, beloved, and use the money that you are making from these jobs. It's called the Stillaway method. Brother Ben X have spoken about it in many videos as well. It's called the Stillaway method. And use your current job to fund whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? And start off small, then grow large. You know what I'm saying? But you have to figure it out what it is that you would like to do first. Okay, yes, sir. I see you moving to Arizona this weekend, brother. All praise due to Allah. Hope Allah grant you with a safe trip. Peace, my dear sister, Dr. Moriole. I'm doing fine, dear sister. Thank you for tapping in to Malcolm Flex TV. I got to give you, next time I have to give you a wrench and make you a moderator. Brother Danubian, I didn't know you was in Arizona. Yeah, we gotta get Brother Damian Ramirez in the Moz family. Brother Corey the Black Vegan said, it's crazy that we dropped that much money on designer clothes but won't support Muhammad economic blueprint. Absolutely right. We are living a backwards lifestyle. Why do we love the devil? Because he gives us nothing. We love these people and they give us nothing back. But we hate our brothers whom we see every day. You see the Muslims out on the streets with the Final Call newspaper and the pies. You see the brothers on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and many of us will refuse to support one another. But we have dropped hundreds and thousands and $1 million on nothing that can benefit us collectively as a community. Brother, let me see. Read some more of these comments. Yeah, family, we got to brainstorm ideas, family. Brother Nuri Muhammad said the thing that we do the best, that's our gift in life. The things that we do easiest and we do the best, that's our gift. You know what I'm saying? If you a good writer and it comes natural to you and you can write novels and scripts, then maybe that's what you can do in life. If you can draw, whatever you want to do, if you want to be a doctor, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be an entrepreneur, a businessman, whatever that you can do that's easy, that comes easy to you, comes naturally to you, then that's your gift. Dr. Moriole said, that's what I've always said, Brother Malcolm. There's a difference between just having a job and having a career. Have a purpose, have a vision. Yes, ma'am. And the scripture says, a people without vision perish. So we have to have goals. We have to have an idea of where we want to go personally. And we have to have goals and an idea of where we want to go collectively as a people. You know, we have to have this stuff because there's no reason in complaining about Gucci, complaining about all these other people, and we don't really see the direction that we are headed. See, faith, we don't believe in blind faith. See, we don't believe that we can just pray to God when we are hungry and then a plate of food just appears on our table. We are taught that we have to work for everything that we get. We have to earn everything that we get because we don't believe in no mystery gods. So the only way you're going to start that business, the only way you're going to start that career, the only way you're going to become a businessman, an entrepreneur is if you're going to do it. See, you have to pray to the God that is within self. You have to bring the God that's within self out to get where you need to be. And allow that God that is within self to go to work and create your heaven for yourself here on earth. Brother Damian Ramirez said, yes, I would like to do for myself. I would love to work on a farm, then own one. Yes, sir. The Nation of Islam, we have farmland. And also, dear brother, you can go and take horticulture, agriculture classes and learn how to grow food, how to grow plants and stuff like that, how to nurture them. You know, these things that you can actually go and take up. But these are some of the things that the enemy has taken out of some of our schools. Yes, sir. Brother Danubian said we need to create funds and fill them with millions of dollars. Yes, sir. I agree because as adults, as grown men and women, we should be able to have things that we can leave down to our children. We need generational wealth. See? And we don't like me, my relatives, my parents didn't leave anything down for Brother Malcolm Flex and my younger sister. You know, and that's the white privilege that the enemy has. That's the advantage that he has over us. That many of them have generational wealth, things that have been left down to them. See, the moment that Big Mama dies and she leaves the house to the family, here comes your uncles, aunties, and all of them selling the house. The house that your grandmother left down, that was the family's house. You got relatives selling the house, making a small, measly little profit on it, so where they can just live comfortably and leave the rest of the family out to dry. And as a people, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop letting the enemy buy us out of our businesses, of our homes, because we need assets that we can leave for our children and our children's children. That's one reason why we are suffering. Yeah, family. So yeah, there are many things that we can do better in our community that is going to take us. It's not going to take no entertainers. It's not going to take no comedians, singers, athletes outside of LeBron James, because that seemed like that's one of the brothers that really care about his community. But we have to do it, you know, and it don't take you to be a big old celebrity to do it. It just starts with just 5 cents a day, fam, 35 cents a week. That's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? Pulling our resources together, putting our money together. You know what I'm saying? Coming together in genuine love for one another, love for the community. You know, genuine love. You know what I'm saying? Not that fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? And consistency. Because that's the argument that Floyd Mayweather is trying to make, which is it is a valid point. You know, we shouldn't boycott Gucci for 3 months. This should be a permanent boycott. We should all say, look, we done with Gucci. And anybody else that has a black clothing line, we going to support you with our dollars now. Why? Because black people make everything pop. Our melanin is definitely popping. We have the ability to put anybody on. Why not put ourselves on? So with that, dear family, 2019, I'm re-inspired. Your brother, we going hard in the paint with these videos, with these lectures, with these interviews. On behalf of black people, on behalf of original people, on behalf of God's people, we going to go hard in the paint. We ain't letting up all 2019. Okay? And I do appreciate all my brothers and sisters who've been supporting your brother over the months, you know, and I feel like I owe it to you all. I'm obligated to you all to not only do it, but continue to take it to the next level. My throat is a little hoarse right now because I had a fantastic weekend in Chicago at Savior's Day, and to the point where your brother's voice is gone. So please forgive me, but if you can, like, share this video, you know, thumb up the video, share, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time tapping into Malcolm Flex TV. And if you don't know, we keep the good content and conversations going. So thank you for being a part. But peace, dear family. Assalamu alaikum.